Hello everybody and welcome on in. It's Jamie with Row 12 Creations and you are joining me for a very special live tonight. As you were hopping on, be sure to let me know where you're watching from and say hello to me there in those comments. If you don't see a red box right up there, that means you're catching me on replay, and I appreciate you no matter when you get a chance to spend a little bit of your precious time with me. So thank you so much for being here. And come on in. We're going to have a good time tonight. I've done a lot of prep. Hopefully it'll be enough so we won't be on here for an extremely long amount of time. All right, y'all. So this is what it looks like. I have prepped quite a bit. All I did was take a baby wipe and some folk art or some... I don't think I used folk art. I think I used Waverly. We used some Waverly antiquing wax and just did a little background here because I think I'm going to try to chippy this a little bit. I think we're going to do the chippy method. And so this is the autumn tree, and I did a little prep. There are 48 leaves. So thank me. You can thank me. I just put 2 or 3 super thin coats of the paint with a makeup sponge, okay? For all of the leaves, I did that. Let's see if I did any other prep. The tree trunk, I went ahead and stained it with the baby wipe and the Waverly antiquing wax. And I did the same thing for the part of the border up here, okay? And I have distressed some of the leaves. You'll get to see me distress some of the other leaves, okay? But not all of them, because you didn't want to see me distress 48 leaves. I'm going to try to do a little bit of chippy here in this background that I put the antiquing in. Hi, Becky. So I just have one of those emergency candles that you can get from the Dollar Tree, okay? And we're just going to rub it in here, just in some places, okay? You don't have to, anywhere you think you might like some chippy, okay? Some of that chippy distress looking stuffs. That's what we're doing here. Let me lay this in here. Doesn't have to be in any kind of particular order, okay? Just got to be cautious around these leaves. You don't want to get the wax on the leaves, because then when you go to attach this with your glue, if you haven't scraped the wax off of those where the leaves go, then you're not going to have, I may be scrub-a-dub-dubbing too hard. Might need to lighten up. Your glue won't stick and your leaves won't stick, so you don't want that. We may have a lot, I don't know. We'll see. I may be going too heavy-handed. And I still am not stopping, even though I keep saying that. Let me lighten up. Let me lighten up my heavy hand here. Okay, I think that is plenty chippy. Now, I thought I'd let you tell me whether I don't know where to put this where it's going to not be in the way. Let me put it up here. And now we're going to put some buttermilk over this, okay? I think I'm going to try to do the chippy method here. I haven't done the chippy method on any of our kits, so I thought, well, this would be a good one to try. Just give it a try and see what we get here. Okay, now you don't have to be super particular here with, like, making sure you, like, it doesn't matter if you go over these lines, because it's going to get covered up with something, okay? It'll get covered up with one of these pieces. So how's everybody doing? Are y'all doing okay? Hey, Vonda, thank you for sprinkling. Hello, Sandy. Hi, thank you for those stars. Thelma, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. I appreciate that very much. I really, really do. Thank you. I just appreciate you all being here and showing up. I hope everybody's doing okay. Are you having a good week? Let me know how your week's going. I am making a major... I don't like these strokes. I don't guess it'll matter. If it's going to be chippy, it won't matter, right? Tell me to let go and let God. Tell me to let go and let God. There we go. We're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, thank you for the hearts, too. Hi, Sandy. You're good? You went shopping this week? Oh, have you done a... Hey, Jennifer, you're in here under your personal page now, dear. Have you done a haul and I missed it? Hi, Kim. Welcome, everybody. And hey, everybody over on Christina's page. If you are new to my page, I'm Jamie with, we're activated a stars party. Jennifer, thank you. That is mighty sweet of you. Oh, my goodness, y'all. Are you going to put those funny faces on me if I get a stars party? What are the choices? What are your choices if we do? Oh, my golly, Miss Molly, 99 stars. Whoa, thank you. Hi, Kim. Welcome, everybody. We're just laying in the background on one of these barn quilt kits from the rust-covered cottage by Christina. She's over on her page, and I'm over here on my page. She's not live. She's just live in the comments. And silly me forgot to bring my device, so I can't see your comments over there on her page. So if you have questions, I am so sorry. I will come back and read this after the live, okay? You're going to do your haul Friday. You're waiting for your Hobby Lobby order. Ooh. Hello, my Teresa. How are you, sweet friend? Oh, my goodness. What a fun night we're having. All on a Wednesday night, y'all. Who said you can't have fun in the middle of the week, right? Okay, I'm just trying to be too much of a perfectionist, I suppose. I just don't like it when my paint strokes show. And they are definitely showing. They are for sure showing. Hey, Schaffner. Hey, Leslie. You can't stay, but you wanted to tell you that you think I'm fantastic. Well, I think you're fantastic, too. Thank you. You're very kind to say that. Well, we have 3 more minutes of a stars party. Whoop, whoops, whoops, whoops. Hi, Tatia. Welcome. I hope you're having a good week, Miss Leslie. Now, Leslie is one of my friends from my hometown, and she is a teacher. So, y'all keep them in your prayers. We got some crazy times ahead of us. You fasten your seatbelt from Halloween on out. Because the spirits are running high at that point. Once they get that candy rush, it doesn't let down till after Christmas. Hello, Buttermilk Junction. How are you? Welcome on in. Are we going to get a stars party? Let's see if we can. Let's just see if we can here. Stars party. Stars party. I'm being silly and I know it. I am being silly and I know it. All right, so how many of you have seen one of these autumn barn quilts? Like a barn quilt, not a kit. Have you ever seen one before? A photo or one in real life? Let me know in those comments. You're so glad I'm doing this. You love the looks of that collection, but no clue how to paint it. Well, welcome on in, Miss Elizabeth. You're in the right place. Tell the truth, our most important connection is that we sing together. Yes, we sing together, but I cannot sing on Facebook because they have not been playing nice with all of the creators. So I cannot sing. Stop telling them lies. I like to sing. I cannot sing. Hello, Buttermilk Junction. Please remind me your name. I am terrible with names, and I do apologize for that. I cannot sing, but I enjoy singing. There's a difference. Hey, Cosette. No, you've not seen it? Okay, well, y'all are in for a treat. I kind of went the traditional route with this, minus the chippy method. Most barn quilt artists do not put any kind of chippy, like traditional barn quilt artists that hang them outside on garage doors and sides of barns and all of those good things. You don't get a lot of that chippiness going on unless it happens naturally. Okay? Just saying. Now, they will put in patterns and things like that, but you don't get the chippy or the crackle going on. You won't see that with it. That's one of the luxuries of doing these indoor kits. These are not for outdoor purposes, by the way, y'all. If no one's ever told you that. These kits are not made for outdoor purposes. They are for indoor decorative purposes. They're a lot of fun. It's like putting a puzzle together. Hi, Tara. Oh boy, you're Cindy. Hello, Cindy. Thank you. I knew that. I knew it. I knew it. I'm so sorry, Cindy. I'm telling you. There goes my tongue. I'm telling you, I'm terrible with names. Terrible. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do an extra coat of paint. That buttermilk's not covering it like it normally does. I don't know what the dealio. I don't know if it's because I put the wax down and I got wax happy or what. I just don't know. We'll have to play with it and see. We'll have to play with it and see what happens. Let's give it a dry. Let's give it a dry. And I may or may not add a second layer. A second layer of that paint. Hi there, Corey from Creative Roots Arts. How are you? You're welcome. Thank you for being here, girl. I'm terrible with a name, and I don't mean to be. I just am. But once I learn it most of the time. Most of the time. Hi, Teresa. Welcome on in, everybody. And hello, everybody on Christina's page. I'm so sorry. I forgot my laptop over here, so I'm working from one device, so I do apologize. You pinned your link on my page. Yay! Thank you for doing that. So if you want this kit, please order it. Y'all, I have a brand new Christmas collection that just was released last week, too. There are 17 items to choose from. 3 ornaments and some traditional 10.5-inch. This is a 10.5-inch square. Hi, J. Caroline. How are you? Is it just straight up Caroline? Welcome on in, everybody. I'm glad you all are joining me tonight. You know, I really feel like this is going to need another coat. It's going to need another coat of love. Yes, ma'am. We're praying that she will recover quickly. I hope she's resting. And I do apologize. It slipped my mind. I'll blame it on my cousin. My cousin texted me before I went live. And that was the distraction. That was the only distraction I needed. But he had a funny. He had done something funny. So that leads me, I got a good funny story for you. I have a good funny story. He's always doing practical jokes and stuff, y'all. He is a mess. He is a mess. So let me just say, he's more like, we're the same exact age. Like we went to school together from middle school through high school, and he might as well be my brother instead of my cousin. So he lives in Georgia, and if Tailored by Debbie hops on and watches, I think he lives like it's kind of close to where the same area she lives in Georgia. And so he texted me out of the blue this evening before I went live, and he said that he had someone texted him with a wrong text number, and it was from a dentist office reminding them of an appointment for something. I don't know if it was a filling or a cleaning or I don't know. Well, anyways, in true cousin fashion, his name's Jeff. In true cousin fashion, y'all, he said, wrong number. He texted back, wrong number. Hey, sweet Mary, welcome on in. Hey, Terry. He texts back, wrong number. The person texts back and says, sorry. Well, then the next thing he does, he proceeds to find a picture of a hockey player and that has no front teeth and sends it back to them. Says, it's okay, have a nice day, or something like that. Y'all, I was dying laughing at him. I was so, he said he thought he would text them back and ask them if for some information on some implants. So I was dying laughing at that nut. So it's his fault. I'm going to blame it on him, and I'm going to tell him it's all his fault. Hello, Joyful Artistry by Heidi. Hi, Heidi. Welcome in, everybody. Oh, my gosh, I've got all these awesome artists on here, and I'm over here making a whack-a-mole with my paint strokes over here. I do know better. It's just hard to get around those leaves. I do know better. I do. I promise I do. So did anybody else find that funny? It would be funnier if you could see the picture. It's a picture of a hockey player in his uniform, and he's smiling and has 0 teeth, and he sent it to a dentist office. Oh my golly, Miss Molly. Thank you, Miss Christina. All right. Anybody have any questions about anything so far? This is the Autumn Tree Barn Quilt Kit. It's in the description of the video. It's also a featured link. Miss Christina has pinned it on her page at the bottom of the page for you all. If you want to order this, we would, or if you want any other kind of kit as well, okay? We would happily, you can order anything and everything you want. But check out the Christmas collection and let me know what you think about it. Hey, Kimberly. Hi, Treese. How are you? Thank you for coming on under your page. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Am I forgetting anything, Christina? I feel like I'm forgetting information. I don't know. I just feel kind of like I'm forgetting something other than my device. As soon as she said that, I was like, oh, yeah, no, I didn't. Oh, yes, I did. Oh, yes, I did. You're glad to catch me live? I am getting there, dear. I'm getting there. Well, thank you. I have been waiting and waiting for the right moment to do this kit. And too bad it's but it's kind of late in the season. But I will tell you this: if you're a true barn quilt enthusiast, the seasons don't matter. This one is kind of one of those that go for any season. I was telling some people when I was showing it, when I did the unboxing, that you could get 4 of these and do one for each season. Wouldn't that be pretty? But we're going to make this one an authentic autumn one. Or fall, however you would like to say it. Hi, Angela. Welcome, welcome. You have no idea you're heavily medicated and exhausted. Okay, well, we'll just roll with it. Y'all, if you think I've forgotten something, you just let me know. Y'all help me out. You know how I am. Y'all know how I am, and I feel like I'm extra right now for some reason or another. I've been working on secret projects behind the scenes. I was resting, but I was working. I was resting, but I was working. Resting and working. Do y'all do that? Do y'all rest and work too? Anybody else? You have a hard time resting? Sometimes I have a hard time resting until my body says no more. And so that kind of happened. It kind of happened. I had to push through it on Sunday because we had a bunch of church stuff going on. But then my body said, no more. No more. So I had to stop and rest, y'all. Hello, Teresa. Welcome. Hi, Barbara. How are you? How's everybody? Happy Wednesday. See? I didn't even know what day of the week it was. And I've already said it 100 times today, I'm sure. All right, I will wash that brush as soon as I hop off the live. All right, let's give this a dry now so that we can scrape-a-dee, scrape, scrape, scrape. Hang on, though. Before I scrape-a-dee, scrape, 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 I better make sure I have my scrape-a-dee, scrape, scrape tool sitting over here for us to use, or we're going to be up the creek without a paddle again. I always keep it in this caddy, so why is it not sitting there? Y'all going to get to see me pull everything out of my caddy trying to find that scraping tool. Did I leave it laying over here? Did it fall on the floor? Oh, gosh. Am I going to have to use that terrible plastic thing? Hold, please. This is real life, y'all. Working on your barn quilt for class. Woohoo! Oh, I got another star. Thank you, Ronnie. That's so sweet of you. You've never been so sick in your whole life. Oh, Christina, I'm sorry. I have had pneumonia. So I know how sick you are. Or I know that feeling. Where is that scraper? Why are you not in here? Oh, here it is. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I am organized. You just didn't know it. I just didn't know it. No, I really did. That's where I always keep it. I didn't know I was going to have to pull out heaven and half of Georgia to find it, though. That goes over there. Why is that sitting there? Okay, hold on. Let me get all my stuff put back up, because Wow, we don't need any extra distractions over here. The girl's struggling as it is. Okay, now I can give it a dry. Thank you so much, Ronnie, for those stars. That is so sweet of you. Hi, Christine. Welcome on in. And anybody on Christina's page, hello, I'm Jamie with Row 12 Creations. And yes, you have met the Hot Mess Express. I probably could win an award for being the Hot Mess Express. Thanks for those hearts. And we are working on a barn quilt kit from the Rust Covered Cottage by Christina. This is one of the kits that I took the pattern and digitized it so that Miss Christina could cut it for us. This is one of the more popular barn quilts out there. Hello, Brenda. How are you, my sweet friend? Look at me hitting it with my dryer. Hi, Nancy. Yes, dear. Prayers for Miss Christina. For sure, for sure. She needs to be resting because if you don't rest, that stuff is hard to get it to go away. It's very hard to get it to go away. Okay, I know this looks ugly, but once we get all the pieces on there, it's gonna look good. It's gonna look really, really good. Let's go ahead and chippy this cutie patootie. I want to get it really good and dry so that it'll chippy, so that we can get it good and chippy, chippy, chip, chip, chipped. All right, let's see. I'm scared. I'm scared it's not going to do good. Hi, Nancy. I think I said hey already, but hello. Welcome on in, y'all. I'm Jamie with Row 12 Creations, and those of you who've been here since the beginning are probably like, enough already with that. We know who you are. I'm sorry. Okay, so this thingy is in my Amazon favorites album in the featured section of my page. Right up under my bio, under where you see my logo. Oh, wow, we got major chippy there. Ooh, I told you I got a little heavy on that. Told you I got a little heavy on that wax. Look at there. Whoa. Look at that. It's just coming off, rolling off. So maybe not quite so heavy like I just did. I love chippy. How many of you all like hit chippy? Hit those hearts. Oh, we're going to have major chippy. Whoa. Major chippy. And I go in all directions, y'all. Directions don't matter when you're peeling back the wax. Peeling back your paint and your wax. Oh. Oh, ooh. You can go in opposite directions, sideways, diagonal. I think we're good there. Let me turn it this way. Let me wipe that out. Hey, Lethea. Hey, Joyce. Y'all, if I get quiet, it's because I'm concentrating. We got a lot to chip off there. There we go. We are getting a lot to chip off. Now, watch this side look crazy compared to this side because I tried to get a little more light-handed. Let me wipe off some of that. How many of you have tried the chippy method before? This is my favorite tool for doing it. The scraper works good when you spill wax melts on the floor by accident. Oh, this thing comes in handy for lots of stuff. It'll help you scrape a label off a jar too if it's stuck on there and you want the label off. It'll help get price tags off of things that are stuck on. It's a great tool to have. So if you need that, I've got an associates link over there. I make a very, very, very small commission off of that. If you decide to use my featured link. And when I say small, I mean small. So, but it doesn't increase your cost, okay? Oh, and something I need to tell you that I keep forgetting. Sprinkle and tell us that you've sprinkled on both pages because Christina's going to give Happy Mail away to somebody from my page and somebody from her page. So if you haven't sprinkled, be sure you sprinkle. Tell us you've sprinkled, and she's going to choose a Happy Mail winner. Okay, towards little closer towards the end of the live, okay? So be sure you do that. I just want some more chippy. There we go. Oh. This I like this tool too for doing the chippy method because you it doesn't, like the metal from the putty scrapers, you know, they will sometimes leave a metallic mark behind. This doesn't leave any kind of a metallic mark. Thank you for sprinkling, Cosette. You only buy off your links. Well, Mindy, that's so very sweet of you. I appreciate that very much. And I do try to be cost conscientious. I try to, if there's something somewhere that's cheaper somewhere else, I try to let you know. I try not to scalp you, for lack of a better term. Oops. And this thing comes with a lot of the little blade replacements too. It's a handy gadget. Handy. All right, let's see if I can turn this in another direction. Look at that chippy, y'all. Can y'all see that? Look how good. I mean, it looks stupid with the tree, but once we get all of that done, it's going to look great. I don't think we have to worry about over there. So if you've been wanting to try the chippy method and you've never seen somebody do it, now you know how to do it. And I'm trying to put all of that extra paint that peeled right off over there, and not on my floor. I did. Hello. Thank you for sprinkling on both pages. Thank you. Hi, Kathy. How are you, my sweet friend? Come in under your business page, my dear. I am not one of those people. You come in under your business page. Does not bother me at all. I know you like to wait for us to tell you that, but you're welcome anytime under your business page here. Anytime, so my friends can follow you. And I do have some very talented friends, y'all. So if you haven't followed any of these people, be sure you give them a follow. Because that's some good, crafty inspiration. I have lots of talented friends. All right, let's see if I can. All right, we're going to call that. I don't like these little. There you go. Okay. So that's what we have so far for the background. I think that's going to be gorgeous. I do. Hi, Sheila. Thank you for the sprinkles. How are you? Welcome on in. So that's our background of our autumn tree barn quilt kit. If you would like this kit or any of the others, my link is in the featured link section and in the description of the video. And if you are on Christina's page, she has it pinned at the bottom of the screen for you, at the bottom of the comments for you. So there's that. Y'all like that chippy? How's that chippy looking there? All right. Hopefully it's not going to take away from the rest of the kit. Hopefully. Okay. That's what I'm hoping. All right. So now what I'm going to do, I have the 4 corner pieces somewhere here in my pile of stuff. This one comes with a frame, but it has 4 corner pieces. Okay. So I am very particular about my paint with this. And I think I'm going to tape them and do 4 different colors. How are you, Sheila? Welcome, sweetheart. All right, let me get my tape. Unless I have some tape sitting somewhere else I don't know about. Let me grab my tape. And let's tape these pieces. And I'll show you how I do it. It's looking good. Thank you. You're doing good. Good. Happy Wednesday, everybody, if you're catching me live. If not, then happy whatever day you're watching me on. So come on in. We're doing a barn quilt kit from the Rust Covered Cottage by Christina. The Rust Covered Cottage by Christina. Who's ready for Christmas? Who's ready for Halloween? Hi, Betty. I didn't see you hop on. Welcome on in. I can see you're watching. Let me get these all taped down here. You don't have to do this. I just like to have my lines be crisp. I am I have had a good day. Thank you for asking. That was mighty nice of you. So if you're joining me, I am cross-posted here and on the Rust Covered Cottage by Christina's page. And we are doing a barn quilt kit. And I'm so very sorry I can't see Christina's comments. I forgot to bring my extra device over here. You're ready to craft for Christmas? Whoop, whoops. I've started a little bit already. But I think I'm going to do like today. Like I said, we're going to do this autumn barn quilt kit today. Tomorrow I'm on Craft Around the Clock at 12:15. I have a lunchtime live. I think I'm going to do a fall, unless something crazy happens. I'm going to do something for fall or maybe even Halloween. I have a kit I can finish for Halloween over there tomorrow. And then I think we'll start November 1st. I think we'll start. Well, I know we are because I'm in an event on Friday and it's Trim a Tree. That would be kind of silly not to do a Christmas thing for Trim a Tree, right? Be kind of silly. I'd look kind of silly compared to everybody else. They're doing their little Christmas ornaments and I pop up and say, oh, we're going to do a Halloween something or a fall something. So stay tuned for that. I've got pictures I need to take. I'm so behind. So behind. I've got projects finished that I need to take pictures of. But y'all be sure to join me. We might be finishing a kit tomorrow. A Halloween kit. It's a jack-o'-lantern. It's another barn quilt. We painted it and I never put in the details. So I thought maybe we might could do that. You just jump back in. Where do you get the kits? Well, that's a great question, Deanna. So here on my page, if you boop on my nose, the description of the video should pop up at the bottom. And in the description, there's the link to this kit that I'm working on tonight. But from there, that link, you can shop anywhere on that page. You don't have to get that kit. Also, you know where you share, the arrow that points to share, right beside it, there are two circles linked together. They look like a chain link. That's called a featured link. If you click on that, you can shop from there as well. It'll take you straight to it. You can still watch me and shop at the same time from that featured link. And then if you're over on Christina's page, she has the link to this kit pinned at the bottom of the comments, in the comment section. So you have multiple ways to find it for you tonight. We tried to make it easy for you. Are all the pieces divided into fourths? No, ma'am. No, just this particular thing. These are the corner pieces. They are not all divided into fourths. You're going to see a bunch of pieces. There are 48 leaves to this kit, okay? Thank y'all for those hearts. Y'all are so sweet. You decorate for Halloween, then 11/1, decorate for Thanksgiving, then Thanksgiving afternoon is full-blown Christmas. I hear you, Miss Cindy. I love it. Yeah, I don't like it when we forget Thanksgiving. So I may continue to throw in some Thanksgiving here and there. I don't know. We'll see. Just depends on my mood. All right, so my first color I think we're going to do, use this color. This is one of the colors I used on the leaves. I'll show it to you right now. It's called Golden Straw, and it's by Deco Art. So there's that one. Okay. And I don't need them. Well, I guess I could use a makeup sponge since, well, where are they? Where's the one with the yellow? Oh, I'm about to turn over my wax. Don't need to do that. Where is the one that has the, well, let me just use this because I don't think I'm going to do one brown. I think we're going to use the colors. So let me put a little paint on my parchment paper here. I like to use it as my palette, as my paint palette. Are all the pieces okay? Answered that one. No, so there was a piece right there you could see. Okay, and then you'll see some other shapes too. The shapes are all different depending on what the kit is actually a kit of. And I always paint with the grain of the wood. Those are those lines or striations you see in the wood. I always paint with that grain. It'll give you the smoothest, prettiest coat. And do super light coats, okay? It's better to do multiple coats of super light paint. You still don't understand why it's called a barn quilt? Oh, well, Miss Deanna, barn quilts have been around for a very long time. They were originally actually painted on the sides of barns. They're designs of quilts that were put on the sides of barns many, many, many years ago. I want you to think back in the 1800s. And then sometimes they were even, the patterns were even, the quilt patterns were even built into the side of the barn. And they were used to for very many purposes. One of the purposes was to let other people in the community know what types of crops or animals they had on their farm that they produced for the community. Another thing, it was just a family symbol to let them know, like, hey, this family lives here. So that was, it was a symbol of importance for identifying their families. Also, back during slavery, they used those barn quilts on the sides of barns and buildings, mainly barns, to as part of the Underground Railroad to help the slaves find their way to freedom. Hey, Amy, welcome on in. So barn quilts have lots of good significance. So they always used the patterns that were familiar to them. Barn quilts were a very important part of their heritage and their culture during those days. So every little girl was taught from a very early age how to do quilts. So it was a very important thing. She actually worked, a lot of them worked on their quilts as they were growing up. That it was a quilt that she worked on to carry with her to her new home once she married. Hello, Lynn. Hi, Florence. Welcome on in. So, barn quilts now have kind of changed. They're just a piece of culture and history now, and so people use them for decorative purposes now more than anything. You'll see them on the sides of barns. You'll see them as decorative pieces on sides of houses or garages. You can about see them anywhere. People decorate inside with them as well. Sherry's Creative Design posted a picture of a barn with the quilt over the door. Yes, there are quilts over the doors and all kinds of things. Yes, ma'am. So they've been around for many, many years. Let me give this a dry. And we'll put another coat, and we'll move on to the next color. This won't take, I hope that answered your question a little bit. There's a deep, deep, deep history of quilts and barn quilts and quilting in our American history. So they have become a thing of folk art. You can go to different states around the country and even in Canada, really worldwide. And there are a lot of places that have barn quilt trails where you can go and see the different barn quilts of a particular community or area. Just like family crests, it was a symbol, correct. And they used quilts with the Underground Railroad because, think about it, most slaves were illiterate. They didn't know how to read, but they knew what symbols meant. They knew exactly what those symbols meant. Hey, Robin, how are you, my sweet friend? How are you feeling today? Miss Robin's had bronchitis. Everybody's been sick. I hate that for everybody. Yes, ma'am. So quilting and barn quilts, that's a very important part of our American history. I'm just giving this another coat of that Golden Straw by Deco Art. Then we'll peel this, I'll dry them and we'll peel it up and move to the next color. So that's one of the colors we used on the leaves. It's very interesting, Deanna, very interesting indeed. Hi, Melody, welcome on in. I can see you just hopped on. Let me give these a dry and we'll switch colors. So they have really taken off in popularity here since there was a lady back maybe 20-ish years ago that started putting them out on things other than just barns. And so the popularity took off from there. So now they've become a very important decorative piece for people. It's become a decorative folk art craze. But you're feeling worse? Oh no! Very tired, hoping it's just part of the healing process. You have to, I will tell you this, I'm prone to well, it used to be, not so much anymore, thank the Lord. I was prone to bronchitis and pneumonia, and you have to rest with bronchitis and pneumonia because it will linger forever if you do not take the proper time to rest. Just FYI, I hate to be the bearer of some bad news on that part, but just rest as much as you can and hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. You're putting them up on your wall after you finish them? Yes. They're stuck up behind me. You can't see them, though. I've got my camera angle at a funny angle. So see, you peel that paint off, the tape off, and you've got one corner done. We've got 3 more to go. And then, hopefully, we can, start putting this together. I've got some barn quilt pieces over here that need some distressing. Now, when you're making a big barn quilt for outdoor purposes, they don't do a lot of distressing. But for indoor barn quilts, a lot of people like to see them distressed a little bit. You know, if you're doing them outdoors, they kind of distress on their own, so to speak. Let's see here. What would I like to do? What color shall we do next? I think I'll put that really pretty red color. You haven't seen it yet. I think I will debut that really pretty red color for you. It's called Napa Red, and it is also a deco art color. Also a deco art color. I appreciate you asking about them, Deanna. I just assume everybody knows all about them, and I'm so sorry about that. So sorry about that. But my family, I come from a family of quilters. I don't know how to quilt, so I barn quilt. I paint barn quilts because I don't know how to quilt. But I come from a large family of quilters. My father grew up in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains, and let's see where that yellow is. That yellow is right there. Bottom left. I don't know. I'm just gonna roll with it. So anyways, they're kind of important to me. Are there any rules on the coloring? Not so much. No, ma'am. There are not. We'd like to use, hi, Mary. Welcome on in. You're hopping off. You're tired and you haven't felt the greatest. I am so sorry. Everybody's not feeling good right now. Thank you for being here, Angela. I hope you feel better, dear. No, now there are some quilts that, you know, would have a certain color that you use. But for the most part, they used scraps of fabrics back then because, you know, like now, times were tough and tight, so you used what you had. So they would take leftover scraps of fabric and make patchwork quilts from their fabric. So you never knew what you were gonna, what patterns, color patterns you were gonna get. Very good questions. You all are keeping me on my toes. But there are some now that have certain patterns. Like you wouldn't do a, let's say you were going to do an Americana barn quilt. Well, you wouldn't put purple on an Americana barn quilt. You would use those traditional red, white, and blue colors. And there are people who do these trees in strange colors. So you could do just about whatever you want, really and truly. Just about. So I don't know of any particular crazy color rules. You know, and I'm just doing these colors randomly because I was not thinking, and I just went on and put the yellow down in a corner, and so we're just going to have random colors on here. Not a pattern, in other words, which is odd for a barn quilt. So it'll be pretty. It'll look pretty. All right, anybody else have any questions? Next, did you cover the wrong square on that one? No, ma'am. I'm going to cover this one up. No, I'm not doing a pattern. I'm just randomly covering them up. Just randomly covering them up because I just realized that it's not in the proper order. All right, so, oh, I did on this one. You're right. I sure did. Thank you for that. It's like, wait a minute, I see yellow. I'm not supposed to see yellow. Thank you for that. Much appreciated. I was talking and not paying attention is what I was doing. All right, y'all, if you have not sprinkled, you need to be sprinkling and saying sprinkled in the comments because Miss Christina's going to give Happy Mail. Thank you, Deanna. I got it. Thank you, Cosette. I saw it. Y'all, thank you. Thank you, thank you. It's hard to catch everything when you're live like that. All right, so this color is Napa Red, and it's a deco art color, okay? It's deco art. So let's use that sponge I was using earlier for my leaves. It's a beautiful color, y'all. It is a beautiful color, and it's a beautiful color for fall. So we will definitely put more than one coat on, okay? Just FYI of this one, because unless you want it to look stained, and then by all means, then you can use it with just that one coat. The grain of the wood shows through pretty well with just one coat here. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous color. Oh, that's fine. Did I miss anything? We were just talking about the history of barn quilts. That's all you missed. I finished the chippy. All right, let me give these a dry so I can put another coat on. I hope that chippy will look okay. And it doesn't take it long to dry because they're very thin coats. Now, if you don't have makeup sponges, by all means, use this paintbrush, okay? I just like the control I get with a makeup sponge. And you can get a lot thinner coats that way, too. So we're just painting these corner pieces, Miss Denise. All right, let's do this. Let's do another coat here now. We'll give them a dry, and we'll do this 2 more times. 2 more times, y'all. 2 more. 2 more times. Or I could sit here. Tell you what we could do. We could sit here and let this dry. And I could go ahead and start distressing those pieces I haven't distressed yet. We might do that. Let's do that. Okay, so let's do that. So now I have this color here that you've already seen, which was that golden straw from Deco Art. Hey, Kathy, welcome on in. We're going to distress that, and what I do to distress, I use a sponge dauber, and I use antiquing wax sometimes. I just switch waxes a lot, but we're going to use antiquing wax tonight. You can also use sponges from the dollar store. I can't find any sponges like this. I prefer these sponges, and I can't find those at my store anymore. So you could use these as well. I just have better control with these. The coat, it's just a preference. It gives my coat, it's a much smoother coat, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So then I just take it and very lightly brush the edges here. You could go as heavy or as light as you'd like, okay? And then depending on what you want to do, how heavy you want it, and then I just kind of very lightly rub over until I get it to the right amount for me, okay? And if you want to blend it, I just always use my finger for blending. See if you can see that. Hey, Jan, welcome. You'll watch later for the history lesson. Yes, you've probably heard it before. You saw someone use makeup sponges instead of paintbrushes. Yes, the brush lines are very minimal. You hardly see them at all, okay? I'm going to put this back. I've got 2 different sizes of this particular leaf, and I tap off a lot of this, okay? So you don't have a lot on here. Hey, Jan, how are you, my sweet friend? Michigan in the house. Hello, Kathy. Welcome on in, everybody. If you're just joining me, I'm Jamie with Row 12 Creations. The row is short for Romans from the Bible. Also, If you're over on Christina's page with the Rust Covered Cottage by Christina, hello and welcome. I'm so glad to have you all with me. Thank you for being here tonight. Be sure to comment sprinkle and sprinkle us on out there on both pages, because Miss Christina's going to give away some Happy Mail for one lucky person that actually sprinkles, and then put sprinkled in the comments for us. There's that. And then also, I am doing an autumn tree barn quilt kit. This is one of the kits that I was able to make a file of. It's not my pattern, but I was able to take the pattern and make a file of it for Christina to cut for us to use. And it is the featured link tonight. If you're on my page, if you tap on my face or my head, somewhere around in that area, the featured link should pop up at the, the description of the video should pop up. And the link is in the description. And also at the bottom of the screen where you go to share, there's a two circles linked together. That's the featured link. If you click on that, that link should pop up and you should be able to go there to order. If you would like to order this kit or any kit, doesn't have to be this kit. You're more than welcome to order. Anytime. Anytime. And if you have questions and I'm missing them, I will go back and read those comments. I do apologize. And if for some reason I don't answer your question, message me. Don't email me. They get lost in spam, okay? But message me and I will be happy to get back with you. Thank you for sprinkled. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Doing okay? You're kind of tired. I think, Jan, we all are. Oh, no. Jan, that insomnia will get you. Well, that's about what time I fell asleep. It might have been even a little. I had a hard time falling asleep last night. Just I had too many things on my mind that it's just one of those nights where my mind was racing and I couldn't get it to be quiet. Do y'all have those kinds of nights? Let's see, what else can I tell you? Told you about the sprinkly. I have a Christmas collection that just came out as well. Now I got to keep these separate because these are different sized. There are 24 leaves of one size and 24 of another size. And you'll notice it when you open your kit. Okay? I would keep them separate if I were you. If you're particular about what kind of pattern you want on your kit. Okay. This is one of the more popular barn quilts. For barn quilt artists, they get requested to do this one quite a bit. Can you please make an announcement about your old business page? They are posting crazy stuff. Please tell them to, come on, to unfollow and block her old page, y'all. Yes, Christina has a new page. It's the Rust Covered Cottage by Christina. The old page, if you were following there, unfollow that page and block it. Her page was compromised. It was stolen from her and they post crazy stuff. Christina would never do that. Please be sure to block that page and unfollow it and follow her regular normal page, her new page, the Rust Covered Cottage by Christina. I have her tagged in the description of the video. She also has a group called the Creative Cottage. She had to shut down her old group as well. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, so there's that one. Oh, no, the lighting washes out some of this distressing. So delete that page, unfollow it, block it. Make sure you block it. If you know how, report it. Hi, Kay. Welcome. I can see you just hopped on. We are doing an autumn tree barn quilt. And if you don't want an autumn one, you could make it all green. You could make a winter one. Make it look kind of snowflakey. Is that a word? Snowflakey? They tell you that you have full control of it. They do. No, she does not. She has zero control over it. So get rid of it, y'all. Report it as a fraud, a scam, because it did get compromised and taken from her. So do that. Do yourself a favor. Do her a favor. Okay? The old one is just the rust-covered cottage. The new one is the rust-covered cottage by Christina. Thank you, Robin, for helping me with that. All right, so now I'm going to put my sponge dauber down for just a few minutes. We're going to peel this one up. And we're going to do the next color. They should be dry by now. Now you can see 2 colors. See how pretty this is going to be? It's going to be gorgeous. I think it's going to be gorgeous anyways. And I am reusing the tape. Had a little bleeding there, doggone it. Urgh. Don't like it when it bleeds. All right, so now I'm just going to reuse my tape again. And we're going to get the next color on here. Let's see if I can prevent the bleeding this go round. I probably should switch tape at this point. All right, anything else I need to tell them? You have the by Christina. Okay, good. The Rust Covered Cottage by Christina. You've reported the page a few times already. It's just crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But if you are following that page, unfollow it, delete it, block it, report it, if you know how. Do all those things. Do all of those things, please and thank you. And if you're not following either of us, we both would appreciate it if you would give us a follow. What else am I forgetting, y'all? I don't like that that's showing. There we go. Am I forgetting some other things? Probably. Okay, let's get these other 2 on here so we can get these painted. Hi, Sydney. You fell asleep and had a dream that you were on your phone, and then you woke up. Hold on, it went by. You were on your phone and it was right beside you. You could not find it. It was right beside you. Bless your heart. That was some good sleeping. Hey, Sydney, how are you, my friend? Laurie has had her page compromised 5 times. Yes, she has. I think we finally, Jan, have got her. I think Miss Debbie finally got her straightened out. I think so. We're going to pray so. You're still confused about which page to block. It's the one that just says the Rust Covered Cottage. The other one says the Rust Covered Cottage by Christina. If it does not say by Christina at the end, then that's the one you get rid of. Okay? Keep by Christina. She had to add by Christina to be able to start a new page. Okay? How did they get her straightened out? Debbie did it. I don't know. She worked with her to get, she didn't get her page back, Christina. She started over. But she's not being compromised again, is what I meant. Sorry. I should have said that. She's not been compromised again. What is that? It's yellow. That's the better way. I should have said it that way. Nope, we're going back to this side. Letting this happen and can't get it back. I know, it's terrible, right, Ronnie? I don't know. I just think that they rely on artificial intelligence way too much, honestly. And they don't have enough people working in the right departments to make sure this kind of stuff doesn't happen. That's just my opinion. Watch me get put in the Book of Faces jail for saying what I said. All right, let's do this one. They'll probably slap me all up in the Book of Faces jail for saying that, but it is what it is. So if you've never watched me before, I use tape with my regular barn quilts a lot. That's what gets you those nice crisp Clean lines. Crisp and clean lines, everybody. All right, finally. Okay, now I think I decided that I was going to do that burnt orange. So another color of leaf that we have, that I have is burnt orange, okay? You'll see the leaf here shortly. Hi, Laurel. So this is burnt orange, and this color is gorgeous if you've never seen it before. It is an absolutely gorgeous color. Gorgeous color. Okay, let's get this one on here. Probably should have done it on the other side. Let me switch the side of the sponge. That paint had dried already. This will go down a lot smoother. It'll go down a lot smoother and quicker. Whoopsies. All right, let's give it a dry and do another coat, and then we'll move on to the last color. Well, I need to actually distress one more set of leaves. Hi, Roxanne. Welcome on in, everybody. If you are just hopping on, you are joining me and Christina from the Rust Covered Cottage by Christina. She is over in the comments on her page. Because silly me forgot to bring my extra device so I could read comments from both pages. But welcome, no matter where you're joining from or which page you're joining on. I'm Jamie with Row 12 Creations. Like I said, the row is short for Romans from the Bible. And I am doing one of the barn quilt kits from Christina tonight. It's the autumn tree. And we would love it if you would sprinkle us out there. If you sprinkle and let us know that you've sprinkled. Miss Christina, like she's doing it from both pages, y'all. She is gifting some Happy Mail tonight to some lucky recipients. So be sure you sprinkle and then let us know that you've sprinkled. Okay? Sprinkle and then let us know that you've sprinkled. And then if you decide you like this kit or you want to see what other kits Miss Christina has, there is a link in the description of this video. If you tap on my face, the description will pop up at the bottom on my page. Well, it's on both pages like that. You can see the link to this kit at the bottom of that description. The description will pop up at the bottom of the page. And on Christina's page, she's got it pinned in the comment section. All right, now our last color that we need to work with is this beautiful light Hauser green light. This is a folk art color. Thank you for sprinkling. Thank you for those sprinkles. So let's get these distressed. And we'll do that last color, and then we can put everything together. Who's excited? Hit those hearts if you're excited. Thank y'all so much for sprinkling. Hi, Tracy. Welcome on in, everybody. I'm so glad y'all are here. So we're doing an autumn tree quilt kit tonight. And it is an amazing kit, if I do say so myself. If I do say so myself. Ooh, I got a little happy. See how I took my finger and rubbed that back because I got a little happy? There's those hearts. Woo! Hi, Marcy. Welcome on in. Now, where did I get these from? Over here. I'm trying to keep them separate because there are two different sizes. Denise, I've learned my lesson. Anytime you have this shape, there will be two different sizes. Two different sizes. And you don't have to distress. I just like to because it gives it an extra little, I don't know, it just makes it look a little extra finished or something to me. Aw, Sheila, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. Hi, Gary. Welcome on in. We're working on a barn quilt kit. I was able to actually take this pattern and put it into make it into a file so that Christina could cut it for us. So I'm quite tickled with how it's turned out, how these kits have turned out. And I have a Christmas collection for you now too. And, oh, I forgot to tell you about this. There are a couple of those that are original patterns by me or ideas by me. So there's that. That's exciting. The angel was my pattern. Completely. My pattern. Completely. The ornaments, my idea. So I've got some originality going on, y'all. The patterns on the ornaments might not be mine, but I don't know who could stake claim to them because they're older traditional patterns. So there are 2 stocking ornaments. There's 2 kind of octagon shaped ornaments. And then there are 2 I don't know what the shape is called. It's like an oblong pointed shape. So there's patterns of all kinds on both of those. Y'all, we're just about ready. I'm getting excited. I cannot wait to see this. Now I'm humming some crazy song. Some crazy song. How many of you all like to sing? Do y'all like to sing? Who's ready for Halloween? You get a star? Yay, Denise. Thank you for the star. How's Peanut, Denise? I haven't been able to ask you lately. Y'all, Peanut's a little feral kitty that she's been feeding for a while now. How's Peanut doing? I want to know. Give us an update on Peanut. She's calling it Peanut because she doesn't know whether it's a male or a female and all that kind of stuff. We weren't going to... Okay, I had to make sure I was putting it in the right spot. Yay, Sheila. I can't wait to see what this is going to look like. So this is all I'm doing to distress these pieces. Apparently, I should have distressed them all. Who knew it was going to take me so long to paint those little corner pieces and to do some chippy. Who knew? I guess I'll know for next time, won't I? That looks pretty good. Last one, y'all. Whoop, whoop. Y'all are probably like, thank the Lord. She finally done with that. One more color. And we're going to use this green over here. We're definitely going to use this green as our last color. So if you want to know what I did with my leaves, because there are 24 of one shape, one size, and there's 24 of another shape, another size. And so what I did was I took and used 6 colors. So 8 of them are 8 each of 6 colors to make all the colors that I used. But you could do whatever you wanted. Well, Peanut has invited a friend, Paddlefoot. Who is Paddlefoot, Denise? This is a funny story. Hey, Carol T. I am on late, dear. Very much so. You think Peanut moved in under the deck? Oh, Peanut knows where his bread is buttered. That's why, or her. And Peanut has a friend. Well, tell us who the friend is. Y'all, those little corner pieces are going to be pretty, pretty, pretty. All right, let's get this last piece painted that pretty green color if we can. And then we'll be ready to put these all together. All together now. There's a piece of my sponge falling off. Oh my goodness, Peanut's moved in under the deck. Little feral kitty. I bet Peanut doesn't look like a peanut anymore if you've been feeding it. Make sure that gets on there so we don't get any bleeding. Then we can put all these little sweet pieces together. That's going to be the real exciting part. And y'all be sure to sprinkle if you have a sprinkle, because Miss Christina's giving out Happy Mail to a lucky recipient on both pages. But you have to sprinkle and then let us know you sprinkled. Now, where did I put that spare piece? It's bigger, but shows up every day. Oh, you wanted to go trick-or-treating with Emmy, but she said, no, thank you. Aw. That's sad. Hi, Michelle. How are you? Yes, I'm on late tonight. We are doing a cross-posting. I'm on Christina's page and on my page, and I am so sorry I forgot to bring my second device, so I can't read your comments if you're over on Christina's page. I'm so sorry. Pat, thank you for sprinkling. We appreciate you doing that. We do. If you want this kit or any of the other kits, please check them out. The link is in the description of the video. It's also a featured link on the pages, and Christina on her page has the link pinned at the bottom in the comments. At the bottom of the comments. This girl does not. Does that make me a slacker? Hope not. All right, last piece of tape. Hallelujah. I'm going to be like Medea. Hallelujah. Last piece of tape. Make sure I'm covering up the right part. Wasn't sure there for a second. You sprinkled. Woohoo. Hello, Billy. Welcome on in. Thank y'all so much for all your sprinkles. So how many of you love barn quilts? Hit the hearts if you love barn quilts. Hit those hearts if you love some barn quilts. Yeehaw, yeehaw. All right, so this is the only paint color I'm using from Folk Art, but I do believe Deco Art makes this very same color. It's Hauser Green Light. Look at those hearts. I haven't in a while, but I do barn quilts like normal style here on my page. You think you're going to go tomorrow night to Christina's Hocus Pocus Witches? Yeah, it's a good thing to do. That will be a good thing to do for Halloween. All right, let's get a little bit of Hauser light on here. And let's get to painting these cutie patooties up, and we will be ready to rock and roll. Let me, we'll just see how it works. We'll be ready to rock and roll. That Hauser is not going on there very, let me switch sides, see if that'll. Here, let me trim. I got a little dot of pink right there that makes the sponge kind of hard. You can recycle these by trimming them, by the way. That's kind of why I like them so much. Let's try it now and see how it works. I don't know if it's going to work. Well, we'll try it and see. We can see how it does. Hi, thank you, Cosette, for those pretty hearts. Okay, there's that. There's this. Anybody asleep yet? Notice how I said that louder? I yelled at you. Cosette! Woohoo! Cosette, you're our sprinkle winner over here. Congratulations, Cosette. Yay! And then here you go for this one. Yay! See if it doesn't normally like my thumbs. Look, and they're dirty. There you go. All right, now let's see if I can do this one now. I don't know if it'll let me, but let's see. Yay! Oh, it did it! Woohoo! Yay! I learned it. I got it. I finally. How many months did that take? How many months did that take for me to figure that one out? I finally got it. Congratulations, Cosette. Yay! Happy mail time. Whoop, whoop. All right, now we're going to do... All right. It's dry enough. We can just go ahead. We don't have to dry it. There we go. That's the Cottage. That's the Cottage I was looking for. Yay! Paddlefoot. Just love it. I love your names. Peanut and Paddlefoot. I love it. I think that one's going to have a little bit of burgundy on there somehow or another. Not real sure quite how that happened, but okay. Hang on. That needs a little bit more. Unless that paint wasn't quite dry. If you're new to my page, I'm from Central North Carolina. So I live near the North Carolina Zoo. Near Asheboro. So if you're hearing my southern accent, that's where it's coming from. That is why. Southern girl, you got a southern girl in the house. Southern girl in the house. All right, so now let's move these out of the way to dry. Okay, so what we're going to do is I am going to take this piece and move it out of the way because I still have some wet paint there. And we definitely don't want to get that on our kit. Okay, so I'm going to move that out of the way. You'll send me pics? Yay! Please send pics. Hello, Lori. All right, so we're going to pull this back over. And we're going to say a little prayer that these colors are going to look okay. That these colors are, this chippy's going to look okay. All right, so now, let me get my stick fast. When you're doing these kits, you either want to use some kind of glue that will not add dimension. You do not want to use hot glue because, number one, if it gets too hot, it will not stick. It will come apart. You're either going to want to use something like a wood glue, like Tight Bond, quick and thick. Okay? You'll need to either brush it on or smear it with your fingers or a sponge. Or you can use this special super glue called Stick Fast. And I do believe if Robin's still on here, she uses both because her husband is a woodworker and he says to use both. He says to use both. Your ex-husband's family is from Cape Hatteras. You were there about 45 years ago? Wow. I love Cape Hatteras. It's a beautiful area. I love the Outer Banks. We have some beautiful beaches. That's what we call part of our beaches, the Outer Banks. All right, so now this is part of the frame. All I did was stain it with some antiquing wax and a baby wipe. I labeled the back so I would know where to put it. This is the left side. So let's go ahead and lay it in. You do not need a lot of this glue, okay? You don't want to get it on your fingers, and you don't want to touch it because you will attach yourself to your project. Don't ask me how I know. Trust me, okay? Just trust me on this one. Now, I will tell you this. Once you press it down, you're done. You can't move it. It sticks fast, too, so you got to work kind of fast. All right. I think I'm going to... I committed. No, I did not. No. Don't do that. Let me turn it back this way because I'm making a mess. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. All right. Now I'm going to press. I don't know what I was doing. Yay! Oh, yay! Oh, yay! Oh, yay! Okay, now, it's on there, y'all. It's a doner. This one's the top, because I labeled mine. You don't have to, but I do. I labeled mine just in case. The less thinking I have to do on a live, the better, because live brain is a real thing, y'all. I promise you. I promise you, it is. It is. And there are little engraved lines to show you where to place these, okay? I know you probably can't see it very well from where I did the chippy method on here, but they're there. And they will help you. Okay, so don't worry about that. Oh, there's glitter. Oops, welcome back. Tight Bond, welcome back. Okay, let's press that one. This glitter, y'all, I'm not a glitter girl. And somebody sent me stuff with glitter and it's driving me nuts. Okay, let's do this right one now. So you kind of work fast with this because it sets up kind of quick. Hence the name, Stick Fast. Okay, now... There we go. Got it. Got it. Sorry I'm being quiet. I'm having to concentrate here. Got a scraping. I think I got a piece of that wax scraping on there. Let's put the bottom on and we'll put the trunk in and then we'll... Now I'm not going to glue the leaves in at first. I'm going to put them out. I'm going to put them out to see if we like the placement, okay? And we'll give that green a little bit of time to dry before we lay those in. So let's put the trunk of this. I'm so excited, y'all. I can't stand it. I just want to hurry up. I'm trying to go as fast as I can. All right, let me move that burnt orange out of the way. All right, let me tap off that excess from where this is the trunk. I went ahead and distressed it a little bit too. You can't really see it. The camera takes away a lot of that light, or it washes away a lot of the details. So hopefully when I take a picture, it'll show up better. Okay, so let's get this on here in the right place. I believe we're pretty good. Okay, that's about near as perfect as I could get it right there. Give it a press. All right, so now I have half of my leaves over here and half of my leaves over here, and they are two different shapes so that they join together kind of like that. Okay, so that is why I have them separated so that we can put them in the right spot. Okay, get away, get away, get away. So I'm just going to randomly start placing them on here. And then if we like this placement, then I'll glue them in. And then that way, if you don't want to stick around till the very, very end, you're more than welcome to hop off. And I'll post a picture. When we're finished. But let me go ahead and lay them on here. Okay, so there's that one. And I'm going to try my best to... let's do this. Let's put one here. There we go. There's that one. Now let's come over here. Let's do an orange one right here. We'll do a brown one right here. Like that. And then I have another kind of brown. This is a sable brown. This is burnt umber and sable brown right here. Those two colors are. They're both Deco Art colors. But you can do any color you want, okay? You're falling asleep, you'll watch for the picture. Okay, sweetheart, thank you for being here tonight. Your husband, family, I already read that. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you coming and sticking around the whole time. All right, let's put that one there. I'm just trying to make sure we don't get so many colors of the same color close together. What is that? I guess we'll run with it like that. All right, let's do, guess we could put this one right here. I'm talking to myself, so sorry, y'all. Let's put one down here. See, you got to make sure they go in the right spot. That's why I'm not gluing them to begin with. Oops. This is going to be gorgeous. Anybody still awake? Hey, Pamela. Hey, Lisa. All right, let's see. How would I like to do this now? Let's put a yellow. Hello, yellow. Let's put a green right here. Let's put, I don't know what I want to do. What's that sable color? See, that one's not going to fit there. I have to put it somewhere else. Let's get a sable from over here. Nope, that's orange. There's a sable. There we go. Let's see. Let's grab an orange right here. Okay, let's see here. I don't know what I want to do. Decisions. Maybe shuffling some of these around. The stick fast you used, was it thin, medium, or thick? It is thick. It is the thick, Deanna. Still here and wide awake. It's giving you turkey vibes. Thick. Always use thick, okay? That's the one that's, it's what it is. It's thick. For lack of a better term. It's the one that's thick. Let's see, what color do I want to use where? That's my decision, my poor decision making. It's not getting me anywhere. Well, I might have to, let's do maybe do a green one right there. Then a burgundy. Probably ought to put some of these browns up on here. Let's take one of these antiquers. Not the right one. I'm going to come over here and get this one. So see, this is why I didn't glue them in first. Okay, you're basically playing is what you're doing. Let's get one of these. We're playing around here. Okay. Think what I might do is slide this one down and grab an orange. Okay. We'll put a brown over here. And I don't know what else. I got to get these browns in here somehow or another. Let's put a sable color right here. Wrong one. See the color shapes change like crazy? What color would I like to put right there? Another yellow? Hello, yellow. This is beautiful, y'all. Beautiful. Looks like a stained glass window. Jigsaw puzzle. It is a lot like a jigsaw puzzle. Hi, Dottie. Welcome on in. I can see you just hopped on. All right, let's get these browns on here. Another brown. There's another brown. Goodness gracious. And another brown. And there's browns over here. We got to get these browns a-going. Okay, let's see. I'm aiming for the colors and we got browns going in here. Let's see. Let's put a green. Let's put a green one right here. And maybe an orange one right here. Let's do a yellow. Hello, yellow. Nope. Yep. Let's do a yellow right here. So now I also might have to switch around some pieces too, depending. Like for example, we're going to take this out. We're going to put this here. Wrong one. I'm going to use one of those sable colors. Going to use one of those sables right there. There we go. That'll be fine just like that. Let's see. Let's keep going. Everybody awake? Hey there, Barb. Hey there, Ruth. Welcome on in, everybody. Let's see. I can probably use this one right here. Nope, let's do this. I'm making a mess, y'all. Oh, wrong one. Let's put that there. Here, I'll take this one out. Let's put that one there. Wrong one. Right one. Let's do this. I'm going to move that one. I was going to move this one. Slide to that one. Y'all, I'm playing. I'm sorry. You're awake and enjoying. Holy moly. You're loving the colors. I am too. I just don't know what I want to do. Let me move that. Well, I actually have two yellows right there. Let's move that yellow. Let's move that yellow and put something else there. Well, it's going to have it because there's only 6 colors. So let's put that green right there. And what would I like to put right there? Maybe that sable color again. Might change my mind and put that. Right. Nope. Nope, not the right one. Hang on. Let's put an orange one right here. And we're going to put there we go. That's better. All right, now let's keep going. The colors look just like the color of the leaves, right? Right? I love it. All right, let's keep going here. What do I want to do? Let's put a sable one right here. I don't know what colors these are. Oh, those are green. Okay. Let's put... Oh, wrong size. Let's put a burgundy one there. Let's put one of these right here. Oops. Decisions, decisions. I have a hard time. I didn't know it was going to be this hard to decide where to put them. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see how many I have of each one here. There's 2 sable browns and 2 browns. Over here, there's 2 yellows over here. 1 yellow over here. I don't know if these are all the same size. Nope, that's not the same size. There's 2 of these and 2 of these. 2 oranges. Nope, 3 oranges. Okay. So let's put an orange right here. Okay. I feel like we got to put another brown right here because I got a bunch of browns. Are y'all having fun watching me do this? How did you choose only 6 colors? It was hard. Elizabeth, it was really hard. I wrote down a list of colors that I thought I might like, and I just was like, okay, there are 48 colors, and I try to keep like a division of colors. I feel like the less colors you use, the more cohesive the piece kind of is. So I was kind of trying to limit my colors. And that way I knew that if I had 6 colors and there were 48 leaves, you know, could you easily, you know, do pattern, like keep it within a pattern form that way, sort of, kind of, if that makes any sense whatsoever. I don't like to put the browns together, but the browns going together. We're going to put, I guess I'll put a yellow over here. Wrong size. Are they all the same size? Oh, they are. So we won't put a yellow there. Okay, well, fine then. Fine. Let's see. What color would I like to use? I don't know. I don't know. It's so hard. Yes, if you could choose more. I just am, like, I'm kind of a traditionalist when it comes to barn quilts. And, like, really and truly, barn quilts, unless it's an unusually different kind of pattern, you stick to between 4 and 6. Anywhere between 3 and 6 colors, depending on what you're doing. You could use more, but you're going to lose. The more colors you add, you're going to lose, I don't know, a little something, something here. Let's see. What color? Let's put, I don't know what color I want to put there. Let's put a burgundy here. Put another green right there. Let's see. Let's put a wrong side. Let's put a sable. Let's see. Is that gonna be the right? Nope, wrong side. We'll put a burnt umber right there. Let's see. I'll put a hello. Nope, I won't. I'll put one right here though. I can put a hello yellow right there. Nope. Does it go right there? Oh, yes. There we go. There's a hello yellow. Let's see. Let's put a burgundy one right there. What color will I put right there? Maybe I need to move. Let's do this. Let's put the burgundy here. Actually, let's do this. I want to put another brown. Oh, why not? Let's put another brown. So I don't think there's a wrong way to do it. You just playing. Hello, Tracy Lynn. It's beautiful. Well, thank you, Cindy. Hi, Tammy. Your huge maple tree only had this beautiful light orange color this year. Oh, golly. Maple trees are, don't they show the most pretty colors? Oh, my goodness. They are amazing to me, those maples. Okay, let's put a yellow right here, maybe. I'm just playing, y'all. Just a playing. That's all I'm doing. It's playing. Let's do this. Let's put an orange one right there, maybe. Wrong side. We can put a sable. Maybe right there. And put a burgundy right there. I'm getting my leaves all offside here. Let's do, oh, nope, can't do that. Hold up. Wait. Wrong one. Right one. wrong one, right one, right one, wrong one. Let's do a green right there, maybe. Okay, y'all, we're getting there. I might have to do some switcherooskiing over here. Let's see. Or we're going to have a lot of greens together here. I'm just playing, y'all. I'd like to put this yellow. I might have to play around with this some more because I got lots of colors that are starting to butt up against each other. And I'd like to avoid that if possible. Let's slide you down there. Switch you two. There we go. That's a little better. Let's move. Let's switch you and you. So see, you got to play around with your colors just a little bit. If you don't want them all kind of like jumbled up together. All right, I've got one more. Where does it go? Oops, can't do that. All right, there we go. If you're hearing a noise, that's my cat, y'all. All right, so there it is. Look at that. What do y'all think? Is that beautiful with that chippy or no? Oh my gosh, y'all, that is gorgeous. You just got home from the Halloween parade. Your granddaughters were in it. Awesome, Jeannie. Hello, I'm still here. 2 hours later, and we're still working, and I prepped. I prepped a lot. What do y'all think? Is that chippy a guess or a no? Let's get the corner pieces on, and then you can really get a feel for it. All right, there's a top right. Let's do this. Let's do this. A bottom left. See, I even told me where I was going to put so-and-so and so-and-so. Awesome. You love it? How about the chippy? Are you loving it? Thanks, Jan. Thank you. Nancy, thank y'all. Top left. And then the last one, we'll get it glued in there. You love the chippy with it? All right, gorgeous, good. I thought I'd do something different, and I hadn't done chippy in a very long time. So I thought I would do a little something. Now there's that one going to be an oddball. Why are you got to be an oddball? Okay, well then that way the burgundy's all pointing towards the center. Or I could do this. I could do it like this. And then do this one like this. There. Well, we got a pattern. All right, let me put the tape away and we'll get the corners put in. And you can at least see what it looks like. Not sure on the chippy yet. Uh-oh. I got not a fan of the chippy. Do I need to tone it down a little bit? Is that what you're thinking, Nancy? I could tone it down a little bit. Not on the live. I don't think I'm going to keep y'all any longer because it's 10:30. It is 10:30 and I came on at 8:30. Who knew? 2-hour kit. And I prepped a lot. I did. I prepped a lot. Yeah, a lot. Whoa, check corners. Yes, ma'am. Got to make it look like the leaves of the tree. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's what I like. Let me turn it around so I can see what I'm doing over here. And then you can see it better that way. Does anybody think I need to tone down the chippy? Okay, one more piece, and then all that's left to put in will be the leaves. Oops, that's crooked. No. No, it ain't going anywhere. Shoot, man. I didn't press. You didn't give me time. It's not going anywhere. It's a little crooked. Nothing I can do about it now. It's stuck. Golly, that bothers me. Wonder if I could take a mallet and pop it. Leave it alone? You think it's great? Okay, so that is what it's going to look like if you think the chippy's okay. Jeannie says, leave it alone. Yeah, it's a little much for your liking, but it's what you like. Okay. Sheila, no means what? Yes, no, don't tone it down or leave it. I got a little heavy-handed on my waxing, okay? What can I say? But that's it, y'all, and I appreciate you sticking around for so doggone long. Yes, this is one of Christina's kits. I am actually cross-posted on her page and my page tonight. And this is our featured kit of the night. Whoop, woo. I love it, y'all. I hope you do too. Uh-oh, well, look, now it really looks like a fall tree. We lost our pieces. The link is in the description of the video. It's the featured link where you go to share. There's two little circles that are connected together to look like a chain link. If you click on that, you can get that kit there. It's beautiful. Don't touch it. Well, I will touch it to put my pieces back that slipped and glue those in. But y'all, you love it. You'll have to get one. Woohoo! Thank you so much. I hope you will. Go check out my Christmas kits. There are 17 of them, y'all. 17. If you can't find something you don't like, then I don't know what to tell you. All right, y'all. I thank you so much. Leave it the way it is. Okay. Well, I'm just going to glue my leaves in and call her a done deal then. Hey, Joanne. Welcome, my friend. We just finished up this beautiful autumn tree barn quilt kit from the Rust Covered Cottage by Christina. And I do have that. If you're on Christina's page, she has the link pinned in the comments. So it'll be at the bottom or the top, at the bottom of your comments. She has it pinned for you. I was not able to do that because silly me forgot to bring my second device over, so I didn't get to see anybody's. They're really amazing kits, Nancy. I didn't get to see anybody's comments over there, and I'm so very sorry about that. When I'm live next time on her cross-posted, her here on my page and her page, I will fix that. It won't happen again. Okay. I learned my lesson. Thank you, Nancy. You're so sweet. I appreciate that. All right, you all. I love you very much. And I really appreciate you for sticking with me for 2 hours tonight as we worked on this beautiful kit. But as you can see, it's well worth it, okay? So, I want to tell you this. I will be live again tomorrow at 12:15 lunchtime on Craft Round the Clock. Come join me. I'll probably have a Halloween kit I'll finish up there. Unless I come up with something else between now and then. You never know with me. Thank you. Thank you, artists. I love you all very much. And thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of your support. Go get yourself a kit. Go buy some Christmas gifts. Get some early Christmas shopping done. And until tomorrow at 12:15 Eastern Time. My time is Eastern Time. Gorgie, thank you so much. Until then, y'all, peace, love, and light, and happy crafting. I love you. Good night. Sweet dreams. Don't let those bed bugs bite. I'll see you tomorrow at 12:15. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much.